What is up, guys? Welcome on back to TK's Garage. And I had people asking me about what's going on with Leno's law. And to be honest with you, I kind of feel at this point that law is effectively effed. It's been watered down so much from what was originally presented to, it's been in this committee, come out of that committee, go to that committee, come out of that committee. Okay, we got it. Are we gonna, oh no, we have to change this, send it back to another committee. Leno's law, and to be honest, it's, you know, look, it went from vehicles having to be over a certain age, or 35 years old, or 30 years old, whatever it was 30 or 35 years old, to now, not only does it have to meet the age requirement, but you got to have like Haggerty's or some other kind of classic car insurance, which means you really can't go, I think it's 3,000 miles a year is what the limit is. So it's basically like, can't enjoy your classic car, you know, can't get a smog exemption for your classic car. Basically, F you and your classic car is literally what California is saying. And it's only going to get worse, guys. This is nothing new. That's the other thing, right? This is nothing new when it comes to the state of California. And now, you know, look, this thing was supposed to be coming up onto the assembly floor to be voted on and then go on to the governor. And what happens? We're going to delay, we're going to hem and haw, we're going to bullshit, we're going to we're going to send it back to another committee. So for you guys that have been asking me for an update on it, there's really not much to update because, you know, look, I know some people think that it's going to get passed and it's eventually going to get done, but it's like, okay, what are we passing at that point? Like, the bill will be so watered down, you know, you got to have classic car plates, you got to have classic car insurance, you only can drive, you know, it was, I think, 3,000 miles a year, right? Now that it could be like 1,500 miles a year. The law sucks. Like, the law as it is right now sucks. It isn't what the original intention of the law was supposed to be. So it's ass. It's complete and utter ass. So that's your update. The Leno's law is ass. And it's back in another committee to become more ass. There you have it. Not gonna be a super long video because there's nothing to be excited about, man. I'm starting to get dejected off of just everything that I'm seeing in my own state here in Nevada with SB 80. And it's like, we went on emissions, right? And we're winning on emissions. There's legislation now, Congressional Review Acts, and other legislation that's coming through now that would like completely end smog check. But it's like, let's say smog checks go away tomorrow, right? Classic cars, regular cars, that goes away tomorrow. They are going to find another way to make us bend over and grab our ankles with no Vaseline. And I'm just sick of it, man. They need to pass a law that's even more strict. Like saying you cannot, only the Department of Transportation, like do something like that. Pass a law that says only the Department of Transportation can dictate what happens with automobiles. Because letting the states do this crap is a friggin' disaster. Or let the states do what they want, but you get no federal funds for your roads and highways. They're not going to do that. The same way when they made the seatbelt, when the Fed said you're going to make seatbelt laws mandatory, except New Hampshire. New Hampshire was like, we don't care. Every other state did it because they wanted to keep those federal dollars. If the government said we're not giving you any more federal money unless you cede all of your transportation authority to the Department of Transportation, I bet you they'd do it. Anyways, there's your Leno's law update. It's ass. Give the video a big thumbs up. You like what I do. Hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. And as always, stay petty, my friends.